Maple Grove girls basketball is rolling this season, a top 10 team in the state, a host of college-bound players, and two of which happen to be top 5 in their respective classes. They have a senior leading the charge in Kennedy Klick, Gopher bound to play for the Lindsay Whalen Golden Gophers, and they also have a sophomore, Jordan Ode, who's one of the most promising young players the state has seen in some time. That's why they're a top 5 team in the state currently, and they have state aspirations. And we talk about that with those two, along with their head coach, Mark Cook. We also have the players scout each other. We talk about handling the pressure as a top player, and they were so articulate, so insightful, talking about themselves and this team along with coach, that I want them to do the rest of the talking. So without further ado, here are the Crimson.
You know, Kennedy's a senior, obviously, going to the University of Minnesota next year to play for Coach Whalen. And, she's long, she's athletic. She is very disruptive on the defensive end.
Definitely in transition, you got to stop Kennedy. She's going to push the ball up the floor and try to get transition buckets. So definitely stopping her early. I would tell them that she's going to post up in the lane, so making sure that we've got a good matchup because she's great at finishing, great in the lane.
She sees the floor as well as anybody I've ever coached. She throws passes to kids that end up going through their hands out of bounds because they have no idea they're coming. She sees things that it's like there's times where we kind of as a coaching staff will look at each other and be like, how in the world did she see that?
Jordan is the one person I can always rely on who will always give her best.
Jordan might be the best athlete I've ever coached. And I always have to kind of scratch my head and remind myself sometimes that she's 16 years old.
She's very strong. Strong guard. So make sure you hold your ground when she's in there. She's a great shooter, so you got to make sure we close out.
As explosive of an offensive player as I've ever coached. She just is. And as a student of the game, Jordan loves to watch film. She loves to study the game. She's always watching basketball. If we don't play and there's a big game going on, there's a pretty good chance Jordan's in the stands that night.
Staying true to yourself, like not getting caught up in what's going on outside, but more focusing on what's going on in the game and not letting what other people are saying or like what the other team's doing affecting how you play.
Honestly, like if people are going to talk trash to me, I thrive and I like work off that energy and I actually really enjoy that. So honestly, for me, it's just staying in the moment and taking each game as it comes and not getting too far ahead and thinking too far ahead.
Jordan's going to be the kid that says, put me against that kid that's going to UConn because I want to see where I stack up against this kid, kind of a thing. In particular for Kennedy, it was kind of convincing her a little bit that, no, you are really, really good. Like Kennedy, I think, had a little bit more like, I don't know if I, do I deserve, and it was like, no, Kennedy, you are really, really talented. Like you are very, very good.
Especially from last year losing, we brought back a lot of the same people. And it hit home for a bunch of us, especially me and Jordan, because I know for me, like, it was my old coach from my old school. So losing to her just like, I don't know, it kind of hit a nerve. And the fact that like our team could see like the struggle that like we went through like in that moment and that everybody's like dedicated and putting extra time in and like working with each other to like get back to where we were is pretty cool in my opinion.
I think that the continued understanding that no one person is going to get us over the hump, that it has to be a unit and it has to be take what the other team gives you in the sense of, if we have an advantage inside, we need to take advantage of that. We need to do that until they stop it. And if they don't stop it, we're going to continue to do that. Does that mean that Jordan doesn't score as many points or Kennedy doesn't score as many points or Claire? Maybe, but we're going to keep going to that until they stop it. And then once they stop that, then we're going to, then that opens up opportunities for kids on the perimeter. And now we got to take advantage of those opportunities.
We had 5:45 practice this morning in the AM.
We sure did.
And we had, me included, people there at 5:15 a.m. getting shots up. We're preparing and we're ready to get to state and win the state championship. That's our goal and that's what we want to accomplish.